Hey everyone, my name is Sharp, and let's take a look at our oral communication class that started yesterday. So it's a late 12 class, so it started September 16 and it'll run through December, like, I don't know, 11th or something. We're in room 305 if you're attending in person, but you also have the option of attending on Zoom. So this is a weird hybrid class where half the students are on Zoom and half of them are in the classroom, and it's really your call which one you would rather do. If you want to be in person, that's great. We're in room 305 at Stillwater campus. And if you want to do Zoom, then you can Zoom every class if you want to. You'll be attached either way. Okay, so a little bit about this class. Another couple of ways we call it oral communication is also known as speech and public speaking. So I may call it speech. That's what it used to be called. And it's a speech class. It's about giving speeches and doing public speaking. So that's that's why I call it that. But here's some of my contact info. My office is in room 332 here in Stillwater. Here's my contact phone number, which goes to my cell phone, and my email address. There's also the way to contact me. I have my cell phone listed. There's Remind, and you should also have messaging capability through Blackboard. So there's several ways to get in touch with me. I will say I would prefer a message through Blackboard or texting. That would be a faster, easier way to get in touch with me. I just go by my last name, so just call me Sharp. If you guys will add me on Remind, this is a way for me to group text really quickly, just in case I need to cancel class or something very suddenly, just to save you from having to park and get on campus if you're coming in person. So just send the message to phone number 81010, and the text message should be at sharp551. Submit that or send it, and that should get you and set up with my Remind so that I can mass text to the group if needed. So course materials, basically Blackboard. You're going to need to be in Blackboard, getting access to everything that we're going to be doing in class, whether you're online or you're in person, just a notebook and something to write with, just so in case we're doing a group activity, you have, some scratch paper essentially, and internet access, of course, because we will be using Blackboard every day. So about the assignments, we've got 5 speeches that we're going to try to do. If we have time, we'll do 5. If we don't, we'll do 4. So we'll have an outline for every speech, and I have templates for that, and we'll talk about how to outline a speech and how to write it and all that stuff. That's what this class is going to be about, is putting together the speech, putting together visual aids for those speeches, and then presenting them. We'll also have some chapters that are about different elements of public speaking and communication and things like that. So we'll read those and then we'll fill out study guides while we read. And those study guides can be used for your chapter quizzes and for your final exam. So definitely keep those so that when we get to the final, you have open notes. You have, basically an open book situation to take those. So the goal is to ace the quizzes and the final exam. Combined, that's like 30% of your grade. So it's a big chunk of your final grade, an easy way to bump that grade up to an A or a B. So in class, what we'll be doing is talking to each other, discussing things that we read in the chapters, different concepts. Also maybe doing some teamwork or group work where, again, we're just maybe practicing some of those concepts. So kind of expect to be able to talk to each other and discuss things and kind of work on things together. Those are pretty low-key events, pretty low stakes. So that kind of goes in with your attendance and participation grades. So there's really no wrong way to do it. So what we talked about on Monday is we're going to cover chapter 1 on Wednesday. So if you guys will read that and fill out the study guide, we're going to find that on Blackboard. And then another thing that we did was we just goofed off and did this visualization exercise. So you're welcome to take a look at it and fill it out if you feel like it, but you're not required to. It's just something that we were doing just for fun, kind of. Okay, let's take a look at the syllabus really quick, and then I'll get into Blackboard and kind of show you around. So the syllabus, such an interesting document. JK. Here's our Zoom link. Here's also my Zoom ID, my office hours, contact info, etc. Basically, this class is about writing speeches, preparing visual aids for the speech, and then practicing presenting speeches. So again, we're just practicing. It's not super serious or anything. So don't feel like it needs to be absolutely perfect or it needs to be extremely professional. No, we're just practicing doing different types of public speaking. So it's no big deal, really, honestly. So the textbook's online, it's free. Here's the link to the book online, but I'll also provide the PDFs. If you guys will download Office 365, you can get that by going into your student email and use your NOC email. There should be a taskbar on the left side that gives you access to those things. And this is a link if you want to go sign up for it. If that doesn't work on your side, you can use this link and go use your NOC email and download Office 365 for PC or Mac. Attendance will be taken every day in class and either in person or on Zoom, whichever it's your call on which one you want to do. Grades are normal, 90 to 100's an A and so on. And we have these 5 speeches. This is the kinds we're going to be doing. So we have a couple of informative. This one's kind of a tribute one. It's not necessarily persuasive, but it is supposed to be a special occasion kind of speech. And then a couple of persuasive styles. And this is the breakdown of the points. If you have any sort of disability that you need an accommodation for, if you'll get in touch with whoever's on your campus and get that set up so that they can contact me and give me the information about what accommodations I need to provide to make your experience better. And diversity statement, whoever you are, welcome to NOC. We're happy to have you here. Here's a course breakdown, course schedule. We're probably already behind on this, and so just kind of consider this as my attempt to tell you kind of where we're headed in this class. So we're going to be covering kind of right out of the gate, chapter 1, chapter 8, chapter 17, chapter 9, chapter 13. And those are things that are basically about building speeches, a little bit about just introduction to public speaking, and also special occasion speaking. So everything that we're going to be reading up until we present speeches will be kind of to help us prepare those speeches, just some information and things. Throughout the semester, a couple of chapters here and there, and then we'll do some presentations in class. Those of you who are going to be in person, we'll have you come up to the front of the room and get basically on the webcam, and you'll do what I'm doing. I'm sharing screen with you right now so that you can see what we're looking at, but you'll share your visual aid. And then you'll kind of do a half and half sort of situation where you're presenting to the webcam and you're presenting kind of to the people in the rooms, just kind of give us a little bit of attention on both. Again, kind of a relaxed scenario, like don't think there's a lot of pressure involved. There's not. Those of you who are on Zoom, you'll just be presenting like I'm presenting right now, where you'll have your webcam wherever you are. And if you're not able to share your screen like I'm doing right now, I can share it on my side and you can just tell me basically, okay, next slide. So we'll practice, just presenting with a visual aid, however we need to, okay, whatever works for us. Just assume that if there's a technology issue, we'll find another way to do it, okay? So here's the list of kind of when we're going to be doing presentations for things, and all in all together, it's more of a percentage of how much of the grade does that count for. So I hope that gives you some information. Let's take a look at if I can find it. I don't see it. Hang on. Let me get into Blackboard. Let me get to a page I can recognize. Okay, so you're going to be under the Start Here folder to start. And here's basically what we covered on day 1. And here's where we're going for Wednesday. So if you look at chapter 1 reading, read this PDF. This is also the online version if you would rather use that one. It's kind of your call, which one you want to read, which version, if you just want a PDF or if you want to do the online version. Study guide, fill that out while you're reading. It should follow along pretty well. Like you'll have a word bank. We'll just look at study guide. What the heck? So you have a word bank of just the terms that we're going to look at within that chapter. It's not every term, but it's the ones that I think are the most important. And then you'll just fill this out. You can download this and type it, or you can print it and write it out on paper, whichever works better for you. But fill that out while you read, and it should follow along with the chapters. So the first term will be Like this is like the first bold term that you run across that's on this list should be the first thing you hit, and then you should be able to flow right to the next one and the next one and the next one. So that's what we'll be doing for Wednesday, is going over chapter 1. And I'll also have you guys take this quiz. I'll open that up when we get in class. We're going to take it together as a group. And then we'll move on to chapter 8 and look at chapter 17 a little bit. This is the impromptu assignment with topics, and here's the speech template. So you can use this to kind of put together your speech. This gives you what the topics are. They're really just goofy little questions, like if you were an animal, what animal would you be? So this one's going to be a very simple, very quick little speech. It doesn't have a lot of content, but I still want to practice using APA style outlines. And then we're going to put that outline right here. I have it set up for Wednesday, but like I said, we may push this back to next Monday. So don't worry too much about what the date says on here. Just kind of take a look at what's available on here. So if you guys have any questions, I'm also going to put this on here so you can watch this video. That's me explaining like what that speech is and going over an example with you. So basically what I covered in class that day. I think that pretty much covers it. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. But this is how Blackboard's going to look, and that schedule is a starting point for us, and we'll modify it as needed. We'll just kind of let it be organic. We'll figure out in class how we're going to set everything up. So you guys let me know if you have questions. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in class on Wednesday. All right, everybody have a good day.